An important concept in financial management is the time value of money, which highlight that money received now is worth more than the same amount received later. The foundation of this concept is the possibility that money will eventually yield interest. To better understand this concept, let's consider the following. Why is money received today worth more than the money received in the future? How does the concept of opportunity cost and interest play a role in this? We will use timelines and formula to illustrate financial stream and determine the present and future value of cash flow. To deepen our understanding, let's explore simple interest, which calculated on the original principal amount only, not on the accumulated interest. A question to consider. Let's say if you invest 1,000 at a simple interest rate of 5% per year for 3 years straight, how much will you have at the end of the period? What would the timeline for this investment looks like? Throughout this research, we really hope to gain understanding on the importance of the time value of money, how to calculate present and future value, and represent cash flow on timeline.
Time value of money, which can be defined as the idea that money is worth more today than it will be in the future. This is because money can be invested, used, or grown, and any delay in receiving it means a loss of opportunity for growth. It has the potential to earn interest or generate returns over time. For example, you have 100 ringgit today. If you deposit it in a saving account that earns 10% interest annually, after 2 years, your 100 ringgit will go to 110 ringgit. But if you see 100 ringgit which 2 years from now, you will miss out the opportunity to earn extra 10 ringgit in interest. Therefore, it relates to the concept that 100 ringgit today more valuable than 100 ringgit in the future because it has the potential to grow. So, based on that example, we can apply it to the real situation where, let's say, Abu won 1 million ringgit in a lucky draw today. But there are two options. Either he chooses to receive money now or collect it in 1 year. If he takes it now, he can deposit it in interest-bearing savings account at a local bank that offers 4% interest per year. When the money was withdrawn after a year, it had grown to 1,040,000 ringgit. By taking the money early, Abu earned an extra 40,000 ringgit per year. If he decides not to take money today, he has to wait a full year with no money and interest. For the next year, the money will still remain the same, with no benefit received by him. So we can calculate that option 1 was one of worst way to save money in the future.
Hello, so today I'm going to discuss about key concept of TVM. TVM stands for time value for money. Alright, there are two main concepts in TVM. First is present value is defined as current value of future money. What does it mean by current value of future money? Present value represents the value today of an amount of money to be received in the future. So it is discounted by certain rate of returns. Alright, how to find the present value or the current value of the future money that we wanted to invest today? Alright, the formula is this: PV, which is stand for present value, is equal to FV, future value, divided by 1 plus R. R stands for rate, and then divide with N. Alright, or we can even use the PVIFA table, which is PVIFA rate, and then define N stands for the period, number of periods, right? And then PVIF rate times with the period. Let me give an example on how to count future value. Okay, let's go. You receive 1,000 ringgit in 3 years. The interest rate is 5% annually. What's the present value? Like, let me recap. You receive 1,000 in 3 years. The interest rate is 5% annually. What's the present value? Alright, it's easy. Let's use the formula. What's the future value? 1,000 ringgit. And we divide with 1 plus with the rate, which is 5%. So we'll convert it to 0.05. And then we times with 3, right? Because it is 3 years. And we will be having 863 ringgit and 84 cent. So what does it mean? In this case, with an interest rate of 5%, you will need to invest 863 ringgit and 84 cent today. over the next 3 years. This amount will grow to 1000 assuming the 5% interest rate is compounded once per year. Now let's talk about the future value. So future value is value of current money at future date. Future value is the value of an amount of money today after it grows at a specified rate of return over time. So the formula is this. Future value is equal to PV, which is stand for present value, and then you in bracket 1 plus rate, and then we, as always, we times with n, which is stand for period, or we can use the PVIF or PVIF table. Okay, let me give an example of question on how to count PVIF, on how to count future value. You invest 1000 ringgit today in a saving account earning 6% annually for 4 years. What will it grow to? Okay, let's use the formula. When we use the formula, we will get 1262 ringgit and 48 cents. So that's our future value. Next, I'm going to touch about how interest rates affects on present value and future value. Higher interest rate decreases present value because future money is worth less today. Meanwhile, higher interest rate increases FV, which stands for future value, as current money grows faster. Let me tell you guys in more detail by using the graph. Alright, let's see the present value versus the interest rate graph. Alright, first see this. Okay, this graph shows how present value decreases and interest rates increase. And let me give an example. At higher interest rates, future money worth less today. Meanwhile, when you see the future value versus interest rate graph, it displays how future value grows with high interest rates over the same period. For example, investments grow faster at higher rates. So that's all from me, and I hope this key concept of TVM will be well explained to you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask below. And I've got some quizzes that set up to enhance your knowledge on understanding TVM. So please do the quiz and get to know more about TVM. Thank you.
I will introduce a simple formula for future value and present value. Firstly, the formula calculate future value in a year is present value multiplied with in a bracket 1 plus annual interest rate carried number of year. Example 1, 10,000 is invested for 4 years in a bank earning simple interest rate of 10% per annum. Find the simple amount at the end of investment period. Based on the formula just now, you put all amount as the calculation photo beside me and you will get 14,641 ringgit. You put the present value amount, which is 10,000, the rate which is 10%, and then the ampere which is 4, and then the formula of future value, so negative future value. You put the rate and then you click the ampere, and then you also, since there is no PMT, so you just click the present value and you get the answer. For present value in a year is future value multiply bracket 1 divide bracket 1 plus annual interest rate carried number of year close bracket. Example 2, what is present value of 3,000 that is due at the end of 2 years if the interest rate is 6%? So you put all amount as same as my calculation photo besides me and you will get 2,669 ringgit 99 cents. You put the future value and then the rate 6% and then the ampere amount to, and then put the formula of present value and then click the rate and then the ampere, and since there is no PMT, so you just click the future value and you get the answer.
Understanding TVM allows investors to assess the present value of future cash flow, enabling them to evaluate different investment opportunities effectively. Present value represents the current worth of future amount money given a specific rate of return. This concept helps individuals to determine how much they need to invest today to achieve desired future value. For example, in the yearly scenario, we calculated the future value of 40,641 by investing 10,000 over 4 years. To arrive at the required initial investment of 10,000, the TVM principle will apply to discount the future value to its present value. By applying TVM principle, individuals can optimize their financial strategies by making informed decisions about whether to invest, save or spend money. Overall, we gain a deeper understanding of the importance of time value of money, how to calculate both present and future value, and the role of timeline in visualizing cash flow.